Hi, I'm Chris, and this is the May 25th reading of Reading the Bible in a Year. And today's reading had 2 Chronicles chapter 8 in it. How far did we go in 8? Let's jump ahead here. We get all the way through 8 and into 9. How far into 9 we get? Through verse 28. Chapter 9, verse 28. And then we also had, in today's reading, is 2Kings chapter 9. We start in verse 15 and get through the rest of 9 and then get into 10. And let's see here, where'd we go? 1 Kings 10, 14 through 29, it looks like. All right. And then we do drop back into 2 Chronicles chapter 1, verses 14 through 17, which is kind of a repeat of some of the stuff out of 2 Chronicles 9, 20, and 20s there anyway. So that's what we read, and this is what I saw in here. There was something that just popped out in my head while I was reading this today. And again, this is Solomon's many achievements. Let's see. It said that where did that go? I'll see it when I'm pretty sure I highlighted, but it does refer to David as the man of God, and that Solomon followed David's ways when it came to how to treat the leadership of the temple and everything. So that was pretty neat. And then we get into the Queen of Sheba. This was really cool. This stood out to me right away. And it says in 1 Kings chapter 10, verse 1, it says, "When the Queen of Sheba heard of Solomon's fame, which brought honor to the name of the Lord." So if we're living right and doing right, we may become famous. And hopefully that fame brings honor to the name of the Lord. Hopefully any of the fame, right? And that's where I love a couple people that I follow a lot and hear from a lot, the Duck Dynasty people, Phil Robertson, Jason, Al. They're all about giving honor to God in everything they do. It's pretty amazing to listen to them. Tim Tebow, honoring God with his fame. Trying to think who else. I mean, there's plenty of them. It was Neil McDonough, the actor that plays in a lot of Angel Studios stuff. There's a lot of people rising up with the fame, not just pastors that have grown. A couple pastors that I think pretty highly of. Joby Martin, Church 1122. Again, that's through a couple other people that I listen to that give good, sound, godly advice. But their fame leads people to Christ. That's the whole point of it, and that's awesome. I mean, a lot of fame doesn't, but Solomon's fame did. His wisdom, and the Queen of Sheba was utterly amazed by that, by his wisdom. Then we get into the thing I don't understand is why there's so much on the Queen of Sheba. I don't know anything about the Queen of Sheba. I really don't, other than she's mentioned in the Bible. And what that means, I don't know. I don't get that part, but there's got to be more to that than that. And then we get into the wealth of Solomon, how much he had. The fact that the thing that sticks out to me a lot is that the silver, they didn't worry about silver because silver was as common as anything. He made the very things that we find valuable common in every place, and that was the wisdom that God gave him and the wealth that God enriched them with. Solomon's wealth, and just the Queen of Sheba talking about how people must love sitting in Solomon. They must be great. I'm sure there were still whiners like we have today, but the wisdom of Solomon's pretty awesome. He just had so much. It just talks about all that. So very interesting, very good, and that's fun reading about King Solomon. And some little nuggets in there, not a lot. And I'm gleaming, but those were some really good nuggets from that. So with that, that's what we have today. We'll tune in tomorrow.